You know, I need to get that rewind video of that fresh and fit scene of again, where we smash the ashtray. I got to get that. Dr. Nick, if you could send me a link, if someone did that on repeat, I would appreciate it. Because again, why am I saying again? Why am I starting? Because in Pennsylvania, again, something almost could have happened to Trump. Was it to the scale of what we saw in July? No. And thank goodness. But also, homie, my friend, my brother in Christ, my fellow friend, to the servant of the God Emperor of mankind. What were you thinking charging at the stage while Trump was speaking? Like, no, there was this random protester who thought he had the big brain tactic of, that's right, charging at Donald Trump. Now, again, I can have my different opinions towards Kamala and Trump or anybody else. I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody, okay? Like, look, I'm going to take Trump's words of I want people to stop dying. I don't want anybody to get hurt, okay? I want people to stop getting hurt. Stop dying, stop getting hurt. Come on. I don't want to see this. But then again, now we got so many mentally unhinged people out there. It's a good thing it wasn't as crazy as it was. But hey, Secret Service, what the hell? Now, again, people acted more quickly, but this ain't right.
Actually, we did better, but 2020 we did much better in general. Since the moment we talked about her. Amazing thing happened. You had two American flags, very far apart, held up, I think, by different cranes. They were very big flags, beautiful flags, and they were waving. And as that horrible event was taking place, the wind blew the flags together, and they formed a perfect angel. I don't know, it was a perfect angel was formed. I'll tell you, a lot of things happened. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so that guy was stopped. So what's the full story behind it? So security intervened at a Donald Trump rally on Friday, of all days, after a man jumped into the media area and climbed railings while the former president spoke. So I want to pull this up here again. Video footage from the rally in Johnston, Pennsylvania. Hey, Pennsylvania, what's going on? Showed a bearded man wearing sunglasses breached a barrier surrounding the press pin and climbed a riser on which reporters and camera crews were stationed. Security personnel pulled the man from the riser before law enforcement took him to the ground. Law enforcement used a stun gun to subdue him, the Associated Press reported. The man was taken into custody before being released, the Daily Beast reported, citing Johnstown police. So let's talk about it. Johnstown Police Chief Richard M. Pritchard confirmed to the Associated Press on Saturday that the man was arrested, released, and will be formally charged next week. Pritchard said the man's identity will be disclosed when charges are filed, and he will face misdemeanors for alleged disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and disrupting a public assembly. Pritchard was not directly involved in the arrest, declined to speculate on the man's motives. Trump's campaign tried to distance the former president from the man and his actions. Senior campaign advisor Danielle Alvarez suggested to the Associated Press that the man was a Trump opponent. Witnesses, including some of the press corps, described the crazed individual shouting expletives, sorry about that, at President Trump, which, again, look, Trump's not going to care if you swear at him. He's going to swear right back at you. But seriously, Secret Service, what the hell, His aggression was focused on the president and towards the stage as he entered the press area. Alvarez did not identify the witness or provide any further detail. Newsweek has contacted Johnstown Police and the Trump campaign via email for comment. As security detained and removed the man from the rally, the former president remarked, is there anywhere more fun than to be than a Trump rally? Listen, Trump, listen, buddy. Stop testing fate, okay? Next thing you know, somebody's going to bring like a fire-breathing dragon at your next rally, or a monster truck or something of that nature. Jesus Christ. First, somebody tries to pop at him. Now there's somebody trying to charge at him. Is it fun? In a weird way, probably. But at the same time, too, there's a lot of unhinged people out there. Moments later, police handcuffed another man in the crowd and let him out of the arena. It was not clear if this was related to the internal altercation. So there you go, or to the initial altercation. The incident took place 75 miles where Trump was shot at during a rally on July 13th on Butler, Pennsylvania. You know what? Hey, Pennsylvania, I've only been to your state once, but maybe I need to keep the distance. I do want to see Pittsburgh someday. I do want to see Philadelphia again, too. Both beautiful cities. Just, my God, real boy. One person was killed, and 2 others were injured while Trump was hit in the ear. At the time of Friday's incident, Trump was criticizing the media for what we saw as unfavorable coverage of his campaign and the election more broadly. He also attacked CNN's recent interview with his opponent, Kamala Harris, in which she was declared that her values were unchanged despite some reveals on key policy positions surrounding immigration and fracking. Kamala has no policies. There we go. Simple as that. Trump has made attacking the press a core part of his political campaign ever since his initial 2016 run, where he proclaimed reporters who criticized him to be enemy of the people. During Friday's rally, the crowd booed as Trump declared there's a lot of fake news about him. During the rally, Trump attacked Harris, telling the crowd that she's anti-everything that's Pennsylvania. She's unfit to serve. He said, everything she touches, she ruins. Which, okay. Trump also declared he was going to win Pennsylvania, a key battleground state, in November. 67 days from now, we are going to win Pennsylvania. We're going to defeat comrade Kamala Harris. Oh, God. Look, Trump, listen. I know you got that funny nickname, but she's not. Never mind. You know what? It's like yelling at the tides, Tides go in, tides go out, but you're not going to tell the waves not to be crashing in anymore. We're going to win back the White House, he added. We're going to make this country greater than it's ever been. As the rally got underway on Friday, thousands of supporters and some protesters gathered outside the summit area in Johnstown. And the latter aired several grievances, including Trump's stance on abortion and unions, while some cited that he was his failure to deliver jobs in Johnson during his administration. During Trump's administration, the economy lost 2.7 million jobs, and unemployment rate increased by 1.7%, points to 6.4%, according to factcheck.org. Trump's term in office coincided with the COVID-19 pandemic. I didn't vote for him in 2016 because I didn't take him seriously. I voted for him in 2020 because I saw that he was really getting things done and he was electing good judges. But he's basically abandoned the entire pro-life community, one protester told. Trump has said the issue of abortion laws should be left to the states, which, fine. Another person said they were protesting for women's rights, for gay rights, for minority rights, for a choice to support Kamala Harris as president. Trump is currently polling behind Kamala, at least according to 538 Polls Tracker, and shows vice president is 1.4 points ahead on 46.4% to Trump's 45%. So we shall see what happens with this entire election. But why are we talking about this? Well, because look, we're in September now. After September, it's October, and then it's game time in November. And each of us are going to have to make a choice. But what I am concerned about is people not being emotionally mature on how this election plays out. And let's really talk about, again, people being mature. In life, you're going to run into people that don't like you, that either hate you, that like to bully you, make fun of you. On the other hand, too, you're going to run into great people, beautiful people, people who understand you and love you for who you are and embrace you. That's the whole thing in life. And it's not black and white. It's a mixture of gray. Each of us are complicated. Each of us have our own issues and demons to face off against. However, when it comes down to politics, whatever politician, whoever wins the most votes from the people, guess what? That person gets elected. You don't have to like the results, but it's the will of the people. And Politics 101 is convincing everyone that you are the better of all the choices. And that's something Trump, Kamala, Stein, Oliver, and Cornel West are going to have to deal with. I know RFK Jr. has suspended his campaign, but at this point, it's over, right? But the whole idea of politics is convincing the group of people that you are the better of the candidates. And ever since corporate media decided to turn Trump into this end-all, be-all villain, there are people, and even people I respect, who have turned him into this evil dictator that doesn't even exist. There's a lot of things to be critical of Trump about, but he's not the destroyer of democracy. Democracy already died. Democracy has long since already been sold in this country. We have an oligarchy, okay? And we're not even a democracy in the first place. We are that's right, constitutional republic, but we are a republic that's been bought. Thank you, Supreme Court. I could have my difference of opinion, but the last thing I'm going to do is charge on a stage and start yelling at somebody that won't even give a damn if I exist or not. And no matter who sits in the White House, that the top 1% will have the final say, not you, the voter. If we really want to make change, we got to start being really clear with who we are. And we cannot be projecting, our dreams of, I'm going to be a freedom fighter and yell and put myself in history books. Guess what? You want to be embarrassed? That's how you get embarrassed. And there are a lot of unhinged people out there that will cause harm. We have to be more mature about this entire political process. And no, folks, this is not the most important election of our lifetime. That's been played out. It isn't. 2024 is no different than 2020, 2016, 2012, 2008, and infinitum from the very days of the early days of the Republic. No election is more important than the other. They're all the same. So wake up to reality and don't be tricked.